What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. So in today's video, I want to share with you the 5 steps to completely quit smoking for good. If you follow these 5 steps, you're going to have a much higher probability of never going back. So let's get started. Number 1, change your environment. What do I mean by this? I mean get rid of all your paraphernalia. Get everything associated with pot out of your life. Because as long as you still have paraphernalia in your house, as long as you still have your dealer's number, as long as you still hang out with friends who smoke, you are making it so much more difficult for you to quit. Because what happens is you create a mental battle of should I smoke, should I not smoke, and then that drains your willpower. So by midday, 5, 6 o'clock, you finally give in to your cravings and you smoke. Why? Because it was in your house. You never got rid of it. I've read so many different stories on leaves of people who, I want to quit, but my bong's in my garage. I just can't decide whether I should stop or not. Get rid of the bong. Get rid of your friends who smoke. Your friends are not that important. If you're associating yourself with people who are smoking, chances are they're not people that you really should be around. Because I want you to take this as a consideration. You think Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg are those really important people in the world that they spend their time smoking pot? Do you think that they would recommend that to somebody? Those are the people you need to associate yourself with because we have a social herd mentality. We follow what the rest of the herd is thinking. Unfortunately, that's the way that our minds work, which leads into number 2. Get support, because if you have the right support, it will instill your mindset and reinforce the thoughts that you need to be having correctly. What that means is, if you're around people who smoke, it reinforces the thought that it's okay to smoke. If you're around people who are trying to quit and they're sharing their journeys and their experience, it reinforces the mindset that you need to quit and it's for the better good. And there's other people doing it, going through the same situation. One of the best places to get support is from reddit.com, and you search for Leaves, L-E-A-V-E-S. It's a group with nearly 100,000 members of people who are all trying to quit, of people who offer support, positivity. You can post any time of the day and there will be people who will comment saying, you got this, you can do this. And I regularly go to Leaves every day so that I can read other people's experiences and reinforce my mindset of I need to quit. And I have, and now I use this group as support so that they can continue reinforcing my mindset of why am I doing this? Because it's for the better. And look at everybody else and the results that they're getting. You know how inspiring it is to read a post of somebody who's quit for a year and they're listing all the benefits, and one of them includes that they got accepted into nursing school or that they're going to become a lawyer, and they could have never seen themselves at that point previously before while they were smoking. That's why it's so important to be around the right people. Number 3, start exercising with weights. I promise you it is so important to exercise with weights. People recommend, oh, you gotta get exercise, you need to go walking or swimming. Well, guess what? We have muscles. And when you really activate them and push them as hard as you can, you thrive under pressure. And that makes your life so much easier in every other aspect. Because you get this thought, whoa, I just went to the gym and did that? That was really hard. Everything else, it just starts to come easier. You release so many endorphins that increase your happiness. You become more organized. You reduce your stress. And more so, you start to see the progress because there's changes in your body after going to the gym for a month, and that gives you a newfound confidence. A type of confidence that's like, wow, if I can change this, I can do anything else in my life. So I highly recommend that you go to a gym and push heavy weights around because it will do something for you that you've never had before with any other type of exercising. Now, number 4, this is for entertainment, enjoyment. I recommend that you find one new hobby that you enjoy. For me personally, it was cooking. I started cooking and I started playing a game called Magic the Gathering, which I hadn't played since I was a very young kid. And I found out I still find enjoyment from it. And the best part about it is I'm associating myself with people who I know don't smoke. I remember when I was registering at my shop, they asked what my birthday was, and I am in April, 420. And then the person sits there with a blank look on his face and says, okay, 420. Well, I'm kind of chuckling there, and I noticed no reaction at all. Yep, this is where I need to be at. You need to be around people who don't smoke. And maybe your hobby includes other people, or it's something more personal like mine, which is cooking. as well, where I go onto YouTube and find really exotic, interesting recipes, and then I try and mimic it and feed my family and see what they think. It's a really nice experience. Number 5, fight your withdrawals. It's a dirty fight. You're going to have insomnia, irritability, cravings, and lack of appetite. Insomnia, when you can't sleep, I recommend melatonin. For the irritability, of course, I recommend valerian root because it will inhibit the part of your brain which processes stress so that you're feeling a lot more calm since you're not getting stressed out. For cravings, if it's in your environment, what I mean by that is you have your dealer's number memorized, I would recommend CBD. If it's not in your environment, push through because it's not even part of the question since it's not accessible. And of course, you're going to have lack of appetite. I recommend eating every 2 hours, very small meals, yogurt, fruits, simple foods. That's going to help you to get the winning edge over these withdrawals. You need to be fully prepared to take this fight head on. What that means is changing your environment, changing your social herd, making it so that it's not something that's readily accessible. And that's going to take off so much more mental pressure so that you're able to push through and don't give in to your cravings around midday. You're going to need to find support, whether it's a family member and you tell them, hey, you know what, you're my cool uncle, I'm going to be quitting. Would it be cool if I called you at whatever time if I needed support in that moment? Also check out Reddit leaves. Get in the gym as well and start pushing heavy weights around. That's going to release endorphins that you're never going to have felt before if you've never been a power lifter or a bodybuilder. And I'm not saying go crazy and start bodybuilding. I'm saying push yourself to the maximum with really heavy weights and you're going to get a type of release of endorphins which most people have never experienced before. Then of course, find a hobby. Find something that you enjoy, something that you can start to use your time instead of that time which would have been smoking before. What I recommend, for me personally, I like cooking. Maybe check out Magic the Gathering, whatever is your forte. Once you've accomplished these 4, the very last is to be fully prepared for the withdrawals that will come for the first month. The insomnia, irritability, cravings, and lack of appetite, which I've already covered with you, the different solutions which you can use to try and alleviate those symptoms and reduce the withdrawals. Trust me, from my experience, I know that all 5 of these steps work to get you the best results possible. Now guys, I really do appreciate you taking your time to watch this video. If you've made it this far to this part of the video, congratulations, because you're someone who's dedicated to making a change. And the first step in making a change is acknowledging that it's a problem. And because you're here, you're trying to work towards a solution. So I'm proud of you. I congratulate you. If you like this channel, I would ask maybe subscribe and see some other videos that I offer in the future. Smash that like button if you found value from this video. I'm thankful for you guys. I'll be producing another video tomorrow. I appreciate your time and have a wonderful Wednesday. Take care, guys.